Hey folks, Mr. Heiser here, working on our mechanical arm again. We're moving on to part 14 this time. So looking at our drawing, here's part number 14, the yoke base. So I'm going to start with a rectangle that's 4.5 wide, 0.75 high, and extrude it 1.5. New part file. And start with my rectangle. And 4.5 by 0.75. And I'm going to extrude it to 1.5. And there's that. And then I'm going to put two holes in the top that are each a diameter of 0.75. And dimension these. Alright, so now we need to move them so that they're located. And it appears they're 0.75 centered, and then 0.75 from this edge, and then 2.5 inches apart. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to dimension the distance from here to 0.75. And I'll do the same for this one. And the distance from here to here was 0.75. And they were 2.5 inches apart. Alright, so now I can finish the sketch, extrude, and cut both of them out. And there's my two holes. Alright, now we need to make our arc here, which is a radius of 0.75. So fillet, 0.75. And select both edges here and hit apply. And there's that. And this is going to be the material pine as well. And we'll do a save as part 14 yoke base. Alright, let's keep moving along. Moving on to part number 15, which is going to be our actuator bracket. So let's find part 15 here. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Alright, actuator bracket. So a width of 1.5, a height of 6, and a depth of 0.75. So a new part file. And create our rectangle here. And a width of 1.5, height of 6, and we're going to extrude it a depth of 0.75, and there's our rectangle to start with. And then we have a hole going all the way through that's a diameter of 0.75, and it looks like it's 5 inches from the bottom, 0.75 centered. So project the geometry through. Whoa. And I'm going to draw my circle on here, and it's going to be 0.75 diameter. And I'm going to dimension from the center to the bottom a distance of 5. and then from the center to the edge here a distance of 0.75. And we can finish the sketch and cut that out. Alright. Lastly, our arc, which has a radius of 0.75. So fillet 0.75 and select both edges and hit apply. And this is going to be pine as well. And this is part 15 actuator bracket. Alright, so now we can start part number 16. I'm just going to prep this while we're at it here. Alright, part 16 is the actuator control panel, and this can be a little tricky. So we're going to start with a rectangle that's a width of 8, a height of 1.5, and extruded 0.75. Alright, there's our rectangle. Put our sketch on the front. We got a lot of work to do here now with this next one. Alright, so let's start out with our 3 holes that you see here. We'll start with 3 circles that are a diameter of 0.75. Oh. And they are going to be centered. This way. All right. And then there we are. 2.5 from the left edge and then 1.5 apart. So from the center to the edge is 2.5, and then between here and here is 1.5, and the same from here to here. Alright, so we have our holes done. So now we need to cut out our grooves, I guess you could say, that are on the sides. So I can draw my geometry in here. And make sure that these are constrained. Alright. And this distance is 1 inch on each side and 1.5. So let's go in here, grab our dimension tool. This is going to be a distance of 1, and then from here to here, 1.5, and then from here to here, 0.75. And I'll just repeat that process on the other side. So from here to here is 0.75. This is going to be a distance of 1, and then from here to the edge, 1.5. So now I'm going to finish the sketch, extrude and cut, and I'm going to select all these shapes that I created that I'm trying to get rid of. And hit OK. Alright, I'm not done yet. You'll notice that there are some holes here that I need to create. So I'm going to put a 2D sketch on this surface here. And project the geometry through here and here, and I'm going to use the point tool on both sides. And I'm going to dimension these to center them. 0.375 by 0.5. And I'll do the same thing over on this side. So now I can finish sketch. Extrude, I'm sorry, not extrude, hole, caught myself there. And we're going to go all the way through. And the diameter on this is going to be, let's take a look at our other drawing. Let's see. The diameter on this hole is going to be a distance of 0.1875. And there's those. I also need to do the same thing on the top. And I'm going to project the geometry through up top here. And I'm going to use the point tool. And going back to our drawing, you'll notice that there are 2 holes up top here.
How many?
2 holes.
2. Woo!
Mr. P loves holes. And they are 1.5 apart. And they are going to be off the edge 0.375. And going back to our drawing, this is where some math is involved. This hole is halfway in between these 2 holes on the front side. So if the distance from here to here is 2.5, I need to add half of 1.5. So it's actually going to be 2.5 plus 0.75, which is 3.25 inches. So from here to, project the geometry through here. From here to this edge is a distance of 3.25. So I can now finish the sketch and select hole, and they're going to go down a depth of 0.75. Don't forget to change your material to pine. And I can now save this part. And this is going to be part 17, actuator control panel.